So, down at the DIY store again. The boot is open, and on another money saving and time saving mission, we've decided to put wooden tiles down on the big balcony, because we're going to tile it properly eventually, but we kind of wanted to have that done at the same time, or do it at the same time as we do the big kitchen. So, because that's probably a while away, and because of the virus and the push on and everything, we've lost quite a lot of time, and we really like to use the balcony or the terrace a little bit this summer. So when the local DIY store had a promotion on these whole wooden pallet things, well, they're not pallets, they're sort of like wooden tiles, so you just lay them down. They're kind of treated, but they're treated green, so we've got some brown dye to go on top, and hopefully that'll look quite nice. So the chap should be out any minute now, and then we can load up and I'll show you what we got. This is what we got on the pallet, so I'm now going to load into the back of the van. We've got some stuff to put underneath it to stop weeds and what have you growing up, because it will be there, as I said, probably for a year. And we have this oil treatment that we'll be putting, just spraying directly onto it with a normal garden sprayer. So the individual things look like this at the moment. We're just going to lay them down. It should go really quickly and easily, and we can then use the terrace much better than we can at the moment. So I'm going to put all of this in the back of the van, and then we'll head back to home base. Okay, good morning. So as you can see, it is cripplingly hot this morning. It's now about 9:30. It must be in the very high 20s, but it's still, as you see if I can make this turn, as beautiful as ever. Not a cloud in the sky. What we're going to do today is follow up on these wooden tiles that we bought for the terrace, so that we can get on and use the terrace as quickly as possible. But what I need to do first is try and level it as much as possible. Okay, so we have a number of uneven patches down here. That's going to have to be dealt with. Get rid of all of these toilet bowl, whatever thing, holders and plant stackers and things. Sweep up. But first, what I am going to do first is, I don't know why my gimbal seems to be wanting to point over there, but there we go, is pressure wash. So I have this little tiny toy pressure washer over here, which I'm just going to plug in and see how far we get. Try and get these walls a little bit cleaner, get some of the weeds off here, off the floor, and get it nice and clean and tidy, so that we can put some sand in the holes. I have that black plastic mesh stuff that'll go underneath to stop anything growing back up and to help it drain properly. And then we're going to get the tiles out of the car. Right, back to work. Okay, so we got the wall pretty much done, and I'm going to run through here just quickly, because I'm not going to knock it down just yet. I will do, obviously, eventually, and hopefully make quite a nice little barbecue out of that. But for now, we got the wall a bit done. I'm going to do the floor now. It's actually not that bad, because in the sweltering heat, throwing up that much water sort of keeps you a little bit cooler, so still warm. Right, going to get on with doing the floor, sweep it up, so that we can get this flooring laid today. Okay, so not perfect, but I think you'll agree a million times better than it was. And really quite happy with that. So I'm gonna get straight on, go and get the geotex for underneath, all this black mesh plastic stuff. Get some bags of sand to level out where it's going to need to be leveled out, and then go and get the bus and bring the stuff in. And what I did find, and I think we're going to check on this in a little while, is this white piece of marble here was used to cover the drain hole over there, and it's got a broken tip. I don't know if you can see that very well, but it looks like it was quite well made. And this, I think, could be the old lid off the pestle and mortar. So we'll go and check that out later on. Right, let's get going, keep going rather. So we got everything unloaded, or at least I started, but that's the wonderful thing here, is when you block the road, you don't get people irate and annoyed. They just jump out and give you a hand unloading whatever it is you need to unload, which is fabulous. So it's just a whole different way of life than in big cities where people will just stand there and beep at you if you're in the way. Anyway, it's all here. We're going to go and get the plastic rolls and start unrolling them, and then we'll lay these down, and hopefully it should go really, really quickly. So it'll be nice to be able to sit out there this evening. We'll see. Right, I'm going to get on with it, and perhaps some more time lapse later on, we'll see. Right, so yet again on a single right angle and an outward opening door, so we're going to have to leave a gap there for this door to still be able to close. So we shall stop around there somewhere, but we'll count how many rows that will be in, and I think we're going to start then probably here somewhere from the middle, 2 out, and then try and make a straight line there and put down the geotex, which is this stuff here. So it's just like a sort of felt. Water goes through, but weeds won't, and it'll probably make it look a little bit smarter. We've got all of these uneven bits to deal with. We'll see how we get on over there. It's obviously going to be a bit of a problem. We don't really want them to be wobbling around too much. The tiles in the middle here, it's filled in, and obviously eventually we'll take these up all the way across. They're not they're just like little half bricklets, so we can take them up, and when we knock through this wall here and make the big kitchen, I think we'll probably try and find something that would work, that we could tile all the way out in one go, and get rid of obviously that toilet bit, and just have it all, perhaps, you know, something along these lines, terracotta, or maybe something older, but certainly something that's more frost resistant than what was put on here last time. So I'm going to start unrolling, go and get the first tiles, and we'll see how it looks. So they're going down really easily, and I think it looks okay. I mean, obviously they're a bit yellow and green, but we've got some stain for that, which we do later. I'm going to lay all of those that don't need cutting first, and then do one big cutting session as we go around. But so far so good. I'm going to go and get some sand, fill in these slightly larger holes, hopefully underneath the geotex. That'll hold up. But otherwise, yeah, not displeased with that. I mean, it's not definitive, but it'll be here for a couple of years. These tiles cost 99 cents each, 99 euro cents each, so they're cheap and cheerful. And I guess when we get around to doing it properly, if they're in any good shape, we can use them downstairs in the cellars, and if not, we can burn them in the little stove, which so we won't be sending them to a landfill, which is always the thing I try to avoid the most. Right, let's go and get some sand. So, as you can see, I've been cutting the funny shapes out, and it's going quite well. I did have one or two little mistakes, but it's looking not too bad. So we just need to finish up down that row along the wall. I'm going to put a little half one in here by the door because I should have one, and then we can get on and stain it. The walls come up nice though. It's much better in sort of stone colour rather than just dirty black. So hopefully a couple more hours and we'll be done. Okay, so I thought it might be interesting to show you how I'm measuring and cutting these. It's very similar to what we did in the house on the flooring. So first of all, make sure you get it the right way around, because that's something that's happened to me once or twice when I've been doing this, is I've cut a nice piece and it's been the wrong way around, like that little tiny corner bit there. Then flip it over. What you're looking for basically is the shortest length, so that is then from the wall to where the tile would overlap, so pretty much here. And then on the other side, so that you see that'll be that there, from there to there. And on this side we need the longer part, so we're just going to turn it over and line it up with the one next to it there, see, and then mark here. So that is that right? Have I done this right now? There's one, there's two, so does that, that's the long edge there, works, so that'll be there, and that's the short edge there. So once I cut these two across there, that should fit perfectly into there. So off to the circular saw, I'll cut it, we'll come back and see how we did. Okay, so there's our cut. Let's see how we did. Not so fabulous actually, a little bit. Or is it this? Oh, there we go, that's better. That was almost not a very good explaining video at all. Yeah, that works. So on to the next one. Just a few more to do. We can get on and colour it. Okay, so we're done with cutting. We go round, and I'm really, obviously the door is a bit of a pain, but it's not too bad. It's much better than it was, and it'll be here for a few years. So I'm really happy with that. Actually, it makes the whole terrace feel that much bigger. So I'm going to now get everything ready to stain it, and then we'll probably time lapse that, and then we're done, amazingly enough. Okay, so this is what we're using to colour up the terrace. I brought this with me from Austria. It's dark brown. It's good for flooring, it's good for anything. It's got wax in it. It's penetrating, it's good for weather. We have snow and everything, so it should be okay. And I'm going to do the old farming trick. Instead of painting this on, I'm going to put it in this, which is one of those little garden sprayer things. I'm just going to basically empty the tub into there, pump it up a bit, and then go and spray. So you can watch me doing that. And there we go. So Let me know in the comments what you think. I think it turned out really well, actually. It's a nice brown. Oops, still needs to settle in a little bit. This will probably dry quite quickly in the sun, and hopefully we can get a barbecue up here and maybe have something grilled for dinner. That would be nice. But vast improvement on what it was yesterday. So this is village life. It's early evening, everyone's down at the tennis club, people everywhere drinking. There'll be some food coming later on, and this is really what we were here for. This sort of, it's just, you know, it's 57 people who live in this village, and in summer it's just full and there's so much going on, so it really is fabulous. And here is the fruit of today's labour. The barbecue is lit, and we'll soon be having some sausages and some food going on. We have an old inflatable jacuzzi that we had out in France all those years ago, and we filled it with water. It's been stood in the sun this afternoon, so that'll be nice and warm. We might hop in there at an evening table, a couple of chairs, time for a glass of wine and some food. The weather, as always, is amazing. So I'll show you the sausages once they're grilling, but thank you very much for watching. I'm really happy with this, actually. This is now a usable terrace. We hung a little old thing that we found lying in the house, like an old curtain that we hung in front of the toilet so that it doesn't look quite so terrible. I do have a bit of a sunburn today, but that was almost unavoidable. And now I'm just really looking forward to a beer and a piece of meat. So, thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for subscribing. On the last video, I got lots of comments and questions, which I'll answer very, very soon. But for now, ciao, arrivederci. This is exactly why we bought this house.
Ja.